Hey everyone, and welcome back. A big shout out to our listeners.
Key parts of making this podcast happen. Gustavo Gomez, producer and director behind the scenes.
Creative and logistical, often. Welcome to the deep dive. You know how some places they stop you in your tracks? That feeling of just sheer awe, where you have to pause and wonder, how on earth did they do that? We're talking about those truly timeless global marvels.
It really is more than just looking impressive or, being massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
These places, they sort of weave themselves into our collective story. They're powerful reminders of what humans can actually achieve. Ingenuity, aspiration.
That's exactly it. And our goal today with this deep dive is really to give you a fast track to understanding the impact, the enduring significance of the world's most iconic wonders.
Right.
We want to get past just, recognizing the names or the pictures.
Yeah, to grasp the ingenuity behind them, the beliefs, the stories.
Exactly, all the incredible feats. Think of it as getting you well informed, but, without feeling totally overwhelmed.
And for this deep dive, we've drawn on, a really great mix of sources: historical accounts, architectural analysis, and even some fascinating debates about these global treasures. We're looking at both ancient and modern perspectives.
So yeah, get ready for a journey with us. We'll go from the sole survivor of the ancient world,
The big one.
all the way to the modern marvels people voted on globally. And we'll even touch on natural wonders, cultural icons, things that keep shaping how we see human achievement and, the planet's beauty.
It's going to be packed.
Definitely. So let's start right there. When we talk about something being a wonder, what actually elevates it? Is it just being huge or beautiful, or is there something, deeper going on?
Oh, it's definitely deeper. Wonders, I think, are those things: structures, places, phenomena that make us stop and make us breathe, and maybe remember we're part of something much, much bigger than our daily lives. They're called wonders, I think, precisely because they leave us wondering, how are they built? Why? What was the purpose?
The sheer effort involved.
Exactly. The human effort, or sometimes the natural force. They often symbolize the absolute peak of a civilization at that moment.
Oh, okay.
Telling stories of power, maybe love, spiritual devotion, or our relationship with the divine. And they really do shape the human journey in a way.
That's a really powerful way to look at it. Like, take the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's not just a huge pile of stones, is it?
Not at all.
What still blows researchers' minds today, beyond just the scale, is the precision. It's almost impossible.
Absolutely. You mentioned the 2.3 million limestone blocks, some weighing over 15 tons.
Yeah, staggering.
But the truly mind-bending part, it's alignment. It's oriented within a tenth of a degree of true north.
Wow. Without GPS or lasers.
Exactly. Without any modern surveying gear. It suggests this deep grasp of astronomy, or maybe incredibly sophisticated tools or techniques we just don't know about anymore.
Right.
It's like an engineering puzzle and an astronomical mystery all wrapped in stone.
And then you shift to something like Petra, that city carved right into the rose-red cliffs.
Petra.
It wasn't just stunningly beautiful. It was this buzzing trade hub. It literally merged different cultures in its architecture.
That's right. The Nabateans, these ancient Arab people, they were masters of rock-cut building and desert trade routes. They didn't just carve structures, they carved an entire complex city with amazing water systems, too, right into the sandstone.
In the middle of the desert.
In a harsh desert. It's an incredible testament to ancient engineering, adapting to the environment, and how cultures could literally reshape the landscape.
Okay, speaking of these timeless achievements, let's go back to where the whole idea of wonders really took off. The 7 wonders of the ancient world.
The classic list.
Yeah, the list from Greek historians trying to capture humanity's most, breathtaking creations of that classical era. And famously, only one still stands.
Indeed. The Great Pyramid of Giza. Built around 2560 BC for Pharaoh Khufu.
His ambition kind of defined an era, right?
Absolutely. And as we said, it's the sole survivor, that precision.
Yeah.
It's still an engineering marvel that kind of baffles us.
So from the one that lasted, we move to one that's almost legendary, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Yes, the gardens. Supposedly in modern-day Iraq.
Right, built by Nebuchadnezzar II, the story goes, for his homesick wife.
And historians still argue whether they even existed, or at least existed there.
But the legends.
Oh, the legends are amazing. Lush, exotic plants on tiered terraces, like a man-made green mountain right there in the desert. The sheer idea of it is incredible.
It really is.
Yeah.
Then, for pure divine grandeur, you've got the statue of Zeus at Olympia in Greece.
Crafted by Phidias, the master sculptor. Gold and ivory.
Huge, right?
Enormous. Apparently it nearly touched the temple roof, just embodying the raw power and majesty of Zeus. You know, its destruction by fire, or maybe earthquake almost feels fitting somehow, like the gods themselves were involved.
Then there was the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus in modern-day Turkey.
A marvel of gleaming marble columns dedicated to the goddess of the hunt.
And it kept getting destroyed and rebuilt.
Yes, multiple times, each time grander than the last. It really shows this enduring devotion they had.
And the mausoleum at Halicarnassus, also Turkey. The name itself tells a story.
It literally gave us the word mausoleum for any grand tomb.
Built for King Mausolus.
Right, a lavish final resting place. And it was this amazing fusion of styles, Greek, Egyptian, Lycian, a breathtaking architectural hybrid that inspired so many later tombs.
It's almost hard to believe something so grand, the Colossus of Rhodes, only lasted about 56 years.
Yeah, that's a short lifespan for a wonder.
This huge bronze figure of Helios, the sun god, 100 feet tall, supposedly straddling the harbor entrance.
A really bold statement for the city of Rhodes, celebrating a military victory.
So what does that short life tell us? Ambition versus reality.
I think it shows that sometimes, yeah, ambition just outruns the engineering or the environment, even for these massive symbols of triumph. But, you know, for those 56 years, it must have been an absolutely unparalleled sight. A symbol of their victory, their god, welcoming ships right into the harbor.
Wow. And finally, one that was pure ancient tech, the Lighthouse of Alexandria in Egypt.
A true beacon. It guided sailors into one of the ancient world's greatest ports for, what, over 1,000 years?
Incredible longevity.
Yeah, and at about 100 meters high, it was once the tallest building around. But its real genius was its function.
The light itself.
Exactly. Using polished bronze mirrors, they say, to reflect sunlight during the day and firelight at night, reports claim it could guide ships from over 35 miles away.
Well, that's amazing.
Truly an indispensable piece of engineering for centuries. An icon.
Okay, let's jump forward quite a bit now. Fast forward all the way to 2007.
Right, the big global poll.
Millions of people around the world voted to choose a new list. The new 7 wonders of the world.
Which is fascinating, isn't it? Seeing what modern global culture values compared to, say, ancient Greek historians.
Totally different perspectives. So what made these modern marvels make the cut?
Well, it often seems to come down to their deep cultural identity, their unique artistry, and maybe their enduring historical weight. Often they blend ancient skill with a really distinct local spirit.
Like Petra, which we mentioned earlier.
Exactly. Petra in Jordan, that lost city carved into the cliffs by the Nabateans. It wasn't just architecture, it was this vital trade hub.
Linking different regions.
Yeah, linking Arabia, Egypt, the Mediterranean, a real crossroads of ancient commerce and culture, captured in stone.
And then talk about scale, the Great Wall of China.
This Great Wall, over 21,000 kilometers.
It's hard to even picture that.
Stone and earth defenses built over centuries, piece by piece, by different dynasties. It's just an unbelievable testament to willpower, coordination,
And persistence.
of these ancient empires. It really symbolizes unity, resilience against threats from outside.
Okay, heading to South America, Machu Picchu. High up in the Andes in Peru.
Majestically rising, yeah. Built by the Inca, probably around the 15th century.
And we're still not entirely sure why.
Its exact purpose is still debated. Was it a royal retreat? A sacred religious site? Maybe both. But what's undeniable is how perfectly it sits in harmony with the surrounding mountain peaks. It's like this architectural wonder aligned with the stars and the landscape, almost a cosmological map made of stone.
Then there's Chichen Itza in Mexico.
Yeah.
Another one that speaks volumes about ancient knowledge, right?
Definitely. A hub of Mayan architecture and, crucially, astronomical insight. The main pyramid, El Castillo, is famous for it.
The serpent shadow.
Yes. On the equinoxes, the setting sun casts this shadow that looks exactly like a serpent slithering down the pyramid steps. It just highlights the incredible Mayan grasp of math, astronomy, even acoustics in some buildings there.
Wow. Okay, something much more modern. Christ the Redeemer in Brazil.
Standing tall over Rio de Janeiro since 1931.
Those outstretched arms.
A universal symbol, really, of peace and welcome. It's not just a religious icon. It's a huge feat of modern engineering for its time and just the defining landmark for Brazil, for Rio.
Instantly recognizable. And of course, you can't talk wonders without the Colosseum in Rome.
Italy's icon, that amazing amphitheater. You can almost hear the echoes, can't you?
Gladiators, dramas.
Even mock sea battles, they say. It really tells stories of ancient Roman life, the spectacle, the politics, the engineering scope, the whole social culture. It shaped public entertainment for centuries.
Absolutely. And finally, the Taj Mahal in India.
Just breathtaking, a symbol of eternal love carved in that gleaming white marble.
Built in the 1600s.
Yes, by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal.
And the architecture itself is a wonder.
Oh, it's this exquisite blend. You see Persian styles, Islamic influences, Indian traditions, all coming together. It's more than a tomb. It's like a poem written in stone. Timeless.
You know, listening to all this, it's really clear that the idea of wonder isn't just about buildings or lists, is it?
Not at all.
It stretches out to the sheer incredible power of nature itself. And, human creativity is still going strong.
Absolutely right. Beyond the bricks and mortar, the planet itself has given us these unbelievable natural wonders. Think about the vastness of the Grand Canyon. Or the colors and life in the Great Barrier Reef, or just the sheer scale and challenge of Mount Everest. They remind us of the planet's immense power and beauty. It's humbling.
Yeah. And even outside these formal Seven Wonders lists, there are so many other sites that just capture that feeling. Like Stonehenge in the UK. Still so mysterious.
Stonehenge. Or the Moai statues on Easter Island. Those enigmatic figures.
Right, or Angkor Wat in Cambodia.
Yeah.
That sprawling spiritual complex.
A truly profound place, a spiritual beacon, an architectural masterpiece from the Khmer Empire. It evokes such a deep sense of history and faith.
And the exciting thing is, wonder isn't just stuck in the past.
Not at all. Human ingenuity keeps going, keeps evolving. We have modern icons now like
The Eiffel Tower.
Exactly. The elegant Eiffel Tower in France, or the powerful statement of the Statue of Liberty in the U.S.
Or the Sydney Opera House.
Yes. Instantly recognizable. These prove we're still creating new marvels that capture our collective imagination today.
So when you really step back and look at all these incredible places, ancient, modern, natural, human-made, they teach us something fundamental, don't they?
They really do.
About what humanity can pull off when, imagination meets sheer determination.
They tell these profound stories about belief systems, deep love, identity, power, legacy, across all these different times and cultures.
And maybe the most important thing.
Yeah.
They remind us we have this shared human story. We're from different lands, different times, using different materials, but we're all on this one planet.
Connected by this common thread of ingenuity, maybe resilience, and this endless drive to create something lasting, something magnificent.
It really leaves you thinking, doesn't it? As humanity keeps innovating, keeps building, keeps pushing the limits of what we think is possible. What are the things being created now that people in the future will look back on as the wonders of our time?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah. And what stories will those future wonders tell about us?